#1 live show in the world, West Coast Pop Log Podcast. Coming to you from Pig Studios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores, comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C, and Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop log.
Yo, what's up? It's that time again. It's the West Coast Pop Log Podcast.
That's us.
Every Tuesday night, coming to you from a secret location in Compton, California.
Secret.
In Pigs Studios.
Zeta.
And powered by, well, not powered, we're powered by Pig Studios, but
Yeah.
we are sponsored by My Grito Industries, or part of the My Grito Industries family.
Part of that family.
And yeah, man, every Tuesday night, live on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube.
We're on the Instagram, so you guys can like, subscribe, poke, or follow, or whatever it is the kids do nowadays.
Poke.
I don't know. I mean, people don't poke each other anymore. Is that not a thing?
I don't think so.
What the fuck is poke?
Sexual
You
assault.
used to be able to poke somebody.
I think that was like Facebook or something.
That was in the 80s, right? You can't do that anymore.
You know I live in the 80s and the sad boy.
Parents be poking. Parents, you know, when your parents poke you. Oh.
Wait, was that a MySpace thing to poke somebody?
Oh, that was Facebook, huh?
That's Facebook.
So and so poked you.
Yeah.
Wait, was that Facebook or MySpace?
MySpace.
Okay, see?
Facebook.
Yeah.
That was
That was in the
shooting or
beginning.
shot?
No, MySpace had the top 10 or the top
Yeah, that
8
was good.
Yeah.
friends.
Remember the top 8? You'd be like, she made it to the top 8,
Damn.
dog.
Or they would
Right
put the
there,
songs
homie.
on there, like their favorite
Yeah.
song and shit like that.
Yeah, teaching kids how to code, man. You had to know how to do stuff.
You know
They'd
what?
be
You
like, put your cousin on there. Don't be mean. My top 4, my fucking top 8.
But Johnny's right. You had to learn that style of HTML coding to be able to do all the cool graphics
Yeah.
on there. So you had to go above and beyond. Like, you had to learn how to fucking write that shit properly if you
Yeah.
wanted all the graphics and the moving
And
shit
then
on
Facebook
there.
was like, look, how about fuck all that?
You're like,
Hey,
fuck you.
My sister used to do my background all sick. I had a
Hell
fucking
yeah.
music list on there, background picture. Sick. Fucking Bob Marley. Fucking a little bit of weed.
Well, if you guys are wondering who's talking, who's in the house today, it's 3 Plates Tommy. Welcome.
Welcome,
What's
sir.
up, everybody? Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Bienvenidos.
Holding It Down podcast, but thank you guys for having me on
Doing
here.
it right. Just hit it.
But
Let's
yeah,
hit
yeah,
all
yeah.
the stuff. Let's tell where to
But,
find
oh
you.
yeah, check me out, BZZT official. Also Holding It Down with 3 Plates on Instagram, YouTube BZZT official, or just look up 3 Plates Tommy. It's on there. But yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome. Thank you guys for having me.
That's a professional.
I'm right here.
there.
I brought a little bit of beer, some
Hell
cervezasito, so they could try it out. And yeah, thank you
Well,
guys.
we tried out, then some of us just went cold turkey, not drinking
yeah.
anymore.
I know. I brought it. And me and we're the only ones fucking right here drinking.
Hey, you know what? I know I'm a fucking bitch, but I didn't realize everyone else was gonna bitch out. Now, mind you, I stopped drinking a long time ago for a health reason, so I really don't. I really don't drink.
Yeah.
I only smoke, and every so often, you know, in the situation where someone brought something, and every so often I will take a shot with a band, but I really try not to. 'Cause empty calories, and if I'm gonna get my rocks off, it's gonna be at least fucking weed.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. And I didn't realize that Johnny was a born again fucking virgin. And
This is the first time I've had to have the conversation. Like,
That's
I didn't realize.
I don't drink
brother
anymore.
Johnny.
You know, we're like, I don't drink anymore. Like,
Hey, that's-
it was like so hard too. You know, like I was like, I'll just drink. It's like, no, you said
Don't.
you're fucking done.
Because you were looking at him when you got in.
I know, and I was like, you said you're done. Fucking be done. And so I had
be a man to your word.
But now we said, because I kept asking you, like, I'm done.
Forever?
I
Like,
don't
no
know,
shot
probably
for
not.
now.
I mean, for now, yeah.
So if I got married and we're like doing shots, you're like, nah.
I would probably have, like, if you were
Have
getting
a shot.
married, I would absolutely
have a shot, at least.
with
Yeah,
you
okay,
guys.
cool.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at. Because
Sure.
I'm in that same sort of boat. Like, you
Yes.
know, I haven't been drinking a lot and stuff. Because there was a time there where a lot of my friends started getting DUIs. And I was like, fuck, I'm
Sure.
next.
There's a bunch of stuff where I'm too old for all that shit, you know.
Oh, no, yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna catch a DUI now. It's the same thing. I'm scheduling a vasectomy for the exact same reason. I'm like walking around with a loaded gun. Like, I don't need that. Like, get out of here. I don't need this shit no more. The same thing with drinking. I don't need that. What am I doing? Nothing good's gonna come out of this. Like, nothing.
Hey, we should do it live here, your vasectomy.
Vasectomy, sure. Get the
The table right here, clear.
Well, at K-Rock, we did lightnings live on the air.
What?
Hilarious.
Yeah, and Matt Money Smith shaved his balls, and then they went and did it.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Live,
Serio?
yeah, live in the studio.
Who the fuck would come out there and do it?
Yeah,
and
some
like,
janky ass doctor.
Yeah,
yeah, like
do
that's
it.
just not sterile.
Yeah.
That's
No
kind of
gloves?
crazy.
Yeah, it's like, have you ever done it before? Oh, come on, man. I saw a video on
This is
YouTube.
my first time. He has his phone right there next to him.
I'll tell you one thing
He has
about
a YouTube video on how to do it.
I'll tell you one thing about Lightning. He would do anything for the show.
Sure.
That guy fucking
was
lived for
down.
that shit. He still lives for it. You know what I'm
was
saying?
down.
Yeah, 100%. To do that on live on a non-sterile place, you have to be fucking crazy. Lightning, you're crazy, bro.
That's like on a whole different level. Even when people go get those stupid random tattoos for the contest, like that shit's gonna last forever. I mean, you're probably gonna have an awesome story. Hopefully, it's worth whatever fucking contest you're getting. But
No, here comes the tattoo guy again,
Yeah,
dude.
one
The
of the
fucking
first
story from
times-
the radio station.
One of the first times we
what's up,
hung
man?
out. One of the first times we hung out at K-Rock. For a contest. My friend Nick tattooed the Angels logo on some dude's like from right here to right here.
Shit.
For World Series tickets and fucking. I was at 02 when they won the fucking World Series. Like, and
Did they win?
Yeah,
they
won.
win. But
Oh, hell
like,
yeah.
but for like fucking tickets, this fool fucking you could never shave
Yeah,
your face.
what the
And this is
hell?
not like a
Hell
old man. This is a
nah.
dude in his 20s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you've chosen to have facial hair for the rest of your fucking life,
Imagine?
man.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
it for him.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
cool.
it. For some fucking tickets, man. Get out
Imagine
of
he's
here.
like, fuck. Yeah, you ain't going back from that.
Hell no.
I mean, he's a hardcore fan, though.
Dude, he's a hardcore idiot.
Dumbass.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Hey, people do crazy ass shit for radio station shit, huh?
For
anything.
nothing. Like,
Yeah.
for nothing.
For fucking tickets to a fucking Bad Baby, what is Bad Bunny concert?
Yeah.
Sure.
They would do some crazy
Or
shit.
T-shirts and fucking
Yeah.
bumper stickers. All those people lose their fucking minds.
I
for
was
that
tripping.
shit.
Because I do stagehand work, and we set up all the concerts and break them down. Well, right as soon as the fucking lights turn off, like these fools are like, boom, all right, everybody, thank you. Lights turn, like they go away. Fucking, we come up and start breaking to the park.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. There's fucking fans that wait for like the confetti.
This
From the
motherfucker.
fucking, they're like, hey,
this
and they
fool
have
steals
bags.
anything he can from
And they're
shows.
like, go here,
Hell
the
yeah.
confetti, fucking, like, what the fuck? They're like, oh, this is from the fucking Muse
That's
concert.
Mario. He
That's
steals
Mario.
anything he can
1000%.
from any kind of show. He probably
Yeah.
has a bag of confetti somewhere.
I don't
for
keep
sure.
confetti anymore, but I used to keep like.
Yeah.
Hell
He
yeah.
loves that
Hey,
shit.
I
Same
tripped
way.
out on that shit.
Working in radio, man, you saw people do some crazy shit for stickers, for upgrades. I mean, this one guy would have people lick the concrete or the blacktop, like two car stalls, length. Your tongue had to hit the floor and lick all the way across, and it's black.
Oh, that's fucked.
For free stuff.
For free stickers, for a
For
t-shirt.
things that
Oh,
if you
hell
stuck
no.
around long enough, will probably give you. You
Yeah.
know? Like right after you do that, they're just gonna chuck more into the crowd. It's
Yeah.
like, oh nah, I just licked the ground for that.
No, people do some crazy shit, bro. I mean, and then there's all those people that get in line not knowing what it is,
Sure.
and they're like, "Fuck it, it's free. I'm gonna grab whatever it is."
Yeah.
And then they'll ask, "Hey, can I get another one for my friend over here?" Like, free shit, and wherever it says free, people
love
yeah,
that shit.
Doesn't matter what the fuck it is.
Fucking is this a t-shirt? Fucking, they only have small. Fucking, I'll take 2 of them.
Yeah.
let's go.
And what is this T-shirt for? What? What do you guys do?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take it.
Be like,
Like,
oh, okay, what's this for? Cool. Yeah, and then or food. If they have free food somewhere
Oh.
too, motherfucking leaving the motherfucking place like that, and making. Is he going there again? In
Hey,
line?
bro, we had free tacos from Northgate at Michelada Rumble at Santa Anita last year. And that line was fucking huge.
Yeah.
The tacos were great, dude. It was a good taco. And it was a nice sized taco.
Yeah.
And they were giving 2 per plate. And I mean, free, that fucking line was the longest line we had in the whole place.
at first, no one
They're like, is
believed
that
it.
the beer lining?
Well, I know no one believed that they were free. It's like,
No,
no,
yeah.
they're free. Like you could just get them. I was
Yeah.
like, no. I heard. Of course, I'm over there. I got free. You know, I'm in that line, and I heard multiple people having the conversation of free, it's free, and then once that spread, then that line was like, boom! It just exploded because
Yeah.
for a while there was nobody standing there. You could just walk up, and then I don't know when the tide turned when it was like free. It's free. I feel like so when I was at Disneyland, I don't know how old I was, like 13, whatever. Alyssa Milano was there from Who's the Boss.
Yeah.
And we're in line for Space Mountain. And as far as I know, I'm the first one. I was like, yo,
You
Alyssa
seen her?
Milano. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah. My dad tried to make me go talk to her. Like I was gonna fucking be
like,
her
tell
boy.
her something.
Yeah, he's like, go fucking tell her what's up. Like, it's like, get the fuck out of here.
Imagine.
But then I heard Alyssa Milano. Like more and more people like started saying it, and it was the exact same with that goddamn truck. Like at first, no one noticed, and then all of a sudden there was fucking a line for the free tacos out of the goddamn door.
And then piranhas, huh?
And then you start thinking like, fuck, I should have got 4.
Why did I go right back? I should have just gone right back. You know?
Dog, I love when you go right there and they're like, oh, it doesn't matter, get whatever. And people are like, oh, let me get 2. I'll be like, dog, throw 8.
Keep them on that. Give me as many as you could get in without getting in trouble.
Yeah, with everything. Put everything on there.
Yo,
I got kids.
You really going to take all those? I'll be like, yes.
Dude,
I'm fucking going to eat them all.
Hey, bro, my boss at K-Rock took us to go see George Lopez. It was at the Gibson. And she hooked it up. I used to hook it up, you know. She was my boss at K-Rock. She hooked it up with, it was just me and my friends. Rob went, Jeremiah Red, my cousin Paul, myself. And so she hooked it up with VIPs and the whole 9. And backstage, there was a taco truck back there. So we had already been to one of the shows, me and my cousin. So we got up and said, fuck the show. Like, we've already seen these jokes, blah, blah, blah. We go back there. We shut that fucking truck down. After the show, people come back there and they're like, now we're out. These guys killed it. Hey, bro.
They're like, hey, you guys got to go.
But you know what? You know why, though? Because the people that were doing the tacos, they wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Right. They're take them.
And they can't leave till them shits are done. So they were just like, here, cabrón.
You walked up there with like, yes!
Hell yeah. We fucked those tacos up, bro.
We're going to be gone in 15 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah.
You ever go to a spot and order, like if you're in a fucking drive-thru or some shit and you order, and the tacos are all little and you only got like 4 of them. You're like, fuck. I should have got fucking triple this shit. I hate when tacos are little.
Yo, hell yeah. You know where tacos are a good ass size? And you'll know this, Santana off of Bristol, El Toro.
Is it bomb?
Hell yeah, bro.
Fuck. I've never been there.
Oh, you got to hit it up. And they give you the full size tortilla, and that shit is like 3 tacos in one, bro.
Sure.
Yeah, El Toro. And they have the hot food.
Right now.
They got the chicharrones in there. They got everything. You can get anything, bro. Burritos.
I like the chicharron tacos, but like when it's like the chunk of meat chicharron. Not the
Oh,
crunch.
yeah.
It's like crunchy too a little bit, but it's like the meat chunks.
That's chicharron con carne.
That shit's
Yeah.
bomb.
Yeah. Hell yeah. They
I'm
have that
always
challenge
looking
right
for
now.
that.
They
What
have
happened?
that challenge right now.
Where?
Like it's on Instagram or something, where they're getting a big piece of chicharron con carne, and then they're dipping it in the guacamole. All the foodie guys are doing it, and they go, from different spots. Yeah, you just take a bite and like, oh yeah, it's good.
That's the thing. Do that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It was about time a fat challenge came out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of the ice bucket challenge, fuck
Sure,
you.
no,
What about the crate challenge?
Yeah. The crate challenge is crazy too.
Dude,
Remember,
that's fucking
motherfucker? Hey,
putting
fools
people in the
died from
hospital.
that shit,
they're
no?
Fucking fools.
I thought I saw it coming back.
Oh no, the people still do it.
Yeah.
Like now that it's about to be summertime and like more picnics, those videos are about to start coming back because like it's just a way to hurt people.
Yeah.
And they're like, but in the name of having fun. Oh no, we're having fun, ha ha ha! And then someone falls, you're like, yeah.
Fools are fucking breaking their ribs for fucking
Yeah.
$80. They're like, shit.
And not even that, because you didn't make it over, so you don't get shit.
Right, you get nothing.
Yeah, you have to make it across
Yeah.
and not fall.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing it.
Nah,
I was not built for that.
Or the fucking water. Remember, what was it? The ice challenge? The ice
Yeah,
bucket?
ice bucket challenge.
I'm not doing
Remember,
none
did
of
you
that.
guys do any of those?
Nah.
Fuck no.
Fuck that shit. My homie did that shit. And because my nephew told him, like, yeah, I'll do it. If you do it, I'll do it. He's like, fuck it, I'll do it then. And then he did it, and he didn't even. He did that shit, and he didn't even send his video to where you're supposed to send it. He just did that.
It's just on his phone.
Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, dog?
He's like, now what?
No, I
did
don't.
it.
Or it was that, or they didn't even film it. It was just some shit. Like, what the fuck? This Vato just did that
He's
shit.
like, oh, let me see.
So
No,
I
we
forgot to
film
hit the
it.
record
And
button.
every time I'll see my nephew, it'll be years pass, and then he'll be like, "Hey, what's up with that challenge?" He's like, "Hey, that's it, dog."
Yeah,
No
it's
more.
always
Bring it back then.
It's always funny when someone fucks up, doesn't record it or some shit like that, and like you said, that fucking joke lasts forever.
Yeah, I'll be like, "This motherfucker, remember when you did that fucking
Yeah.
ice challenge, dog?" Oh
I always
my
gotta
god,
bring that shit up, man.
Yeah.
it's just
I
hilarious.
was talking about old shit all the time.
People do crazy ass shit.
No,
And
fuck
the
yeah.
internet made people go start doing more crazy shit. Like once there was TikTok and Instagram, like once people figured out, oh, you could do some crazy shit, they just fucking went crazy with it, and it fucked it up for people getting jumped and shit. Instead of
Sure.
somebody helping you when you're getting beat up or some shit, they're like,
They're filming
this fool, put it on Instagram, and like, hey, help me.
Yeah, what's up, homie? Help
Like,
me.
what the fuck?
World
For sure.
Star.
Yeah, people fucking, that's fucked up.
My favorite part is like watching people rediscover shit we already knew was a bad idea. Like they start doing stuff. It's like, yeah, we did that. It's a terrible idea. Why would you do it? But now they're filming it thinking they came up with something new. And it's like, nope, you didn't come up with anything new, man.
Yeah, all that shit's
not
been
captured
done.
before.
Somewhere it's been fucking done.
Yeah, but you
From the
just filmed
internet,
it.
you see that shit, you think you're the first motherfucker that did it, and you see 3 fools that already doing this shit. You're like, God.
There's like people,
damn.
there's multiple videos of people jumping off their house, like it's like a regular house, like jumping off the roof and like trying to land. And it's like this is
Oh yeah,
like get the fuck out of here.
I
This
seen
is all
skater fools
bad.
do that shit.
I remember that shit from the 90s and people just in backyard parties doing dumb shit like that all the time.
Yeah, not into the pool, but just like onto just
To the yard.
grass,
When
you
Jackass
know?
came out, motherfuckers started doing that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or what was the one right before Jackass? It was
CKY, those like the
CKY, that
CKY
one. Hey,
videos?
that shit
Yeah.
was crazy. Those fucking videos. Or I haven't seen them in a long time. I just remember back in the day, that shit was like, damn, what the fuck?
Because they were
Some
like the
crazy
first
shit.
ones to actually start doing that shit and filming it and putting it up and
Wow,
making
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't that one of the guys, Bam and
Yeah,
Jerris?
it's band.
That was
Yeah,
his,
yeah, it's Bad's Brothers band. Those 4 movies, the Jackass movies, are probably that's the best comedy series of movies ever made. Like, there's not because even like one that's good, the sequel always sucks, or let alone another one. Like, get out of here. Those 4 movies
prequel.
are bangers. All 4 of those fucking
Hey, they do
movies
some
are
crazy
so
shit.
funny, man.
There's
And,
a lot
and,
of
and the things that they're willing to do, like go through concussions and get fucked up, like when Knoxville gets fucking ran over by like
Yeah,
bulls and shit
yeah,
over and over.
yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah, as an old man too. This is
Yeah.
a grown ass man. This is not some little dumbass kid. But like
those
the,
fools all are stuntmen, no?
No, they're just
they
regular
didn't
guys.
start out stuntman. This was just some
You
dudes.
became.
You know?
Yeah.
There was one that I was watching. It's called The High Five. And I was dying watching YouTube clips. And it's just this big hand that they set up to hit people as they walk.
I
down.
remember that.
And it even now to this day, and it's just because it wasn't because it's funny when they set up a stunt and all that stuff. When it's behind the scenes on fucking with each other, those are the best ones.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
just where they're not aware of what's going on. And they got smacked. He got smacked in the face. Bam gets hit, and it's dude.
Wee
Call
man.
this shit up, Mario. The fucking Jackass High Five.
I tell you right now, I saw the one where they had, I think it was Machine Gun Kelly and someone else on bikes.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
you had to keep pedaling the fastest, and then the hands kept moving. And then when they triggered it, you lost, and they just
He
got
smacked
smashed.
the shit out of
Yeah.
that dude.
Or it's like charging up with fucking power.
Yeah, and it just fucking smashes you, dude.
Fuck
I
that shit.
couldn't do that shit, bro. To be honest with you, man.
No, there's a bunch of stuff that's not funny to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not funny. That's it.
Hell yeah. But yeah, just those kind of things, man.
That fool fucking knocked that fool right into that wall.
The last one is the best one.
Yeah, man, it's just crazy.
Yeah,
This is it. So it's for their dudes to Bam.
And those are the worst, man, when you're not expecting shit.
Flat backed him.
Yeah.
Flat backed
Yo.
him. Like from a standing position to flat on his back instantly. Like I can't imagine this.
that shit must have
Because you know he
hurt,
saw
dog.
white.
That, looked
You
like,
know
that shit looked like it fucked his face up.
he saw white when that
Oh,
happened.
yeah.
You know, like had
I would have had
no-
a fucking bloody nose after
yeah.
that shit.
His sunglasses went flying back. Watch,
Dude, he went.
boom,
Oh.
flat back. Like,
Do you think that that's part of maybe the reason that he is as fucked up as he is?
I mean,
now?
I'm sure skateboarding didn't help. Like, there's a whole lot of head injuries going
But
on.
just they had Matt Fedia.
Oh yeah,
Sure,
and
And
that
then they
too.
kicked it with crazy fools in them. Like, imagine nobody's gonna tell that fool no.
Right.
If this was chilling somewhere and he busts out fucking coke or fucking heroin or fucking whatever, people are gonna be like, "Let's fucking go." They're not gonna be like, "Hey, chill." They're like,
Yeah,
"Let's
true.
fucking get
Like,
it."
they
You know.
expect him to go crazy.
So every fucking day or as you know after a while that's just gonna get to you and you get all fucked up. And that's how those fools end up. But that fool's gonna beat up his brother or some shit. With he fucking had to turn himself in.
Fuck.
Tell those fools that I was just kidding. I fucking like I guess I don't know, but yeah, that shit fucks you up. But just having money and nobody telling you no.
Nobody telling you.
Yeah.
Hey man, that shit only gets you so much and so far. Because Bam Margera, that dude's in trouble right now. That fool just turned himself in. He was on the run, all kinds of crazy shit. And I know that dude's been all fucked up since his BFF died, Ryan Dunn.
That also.
I mean, that's not going to help out.
That for sure didn't know.
Samuel Jimenez out there in Facebook. He says, "You guys never mess around with your brothers or friends like that."
Fuck no.
Not that hard. I mean, we played pranks on each other, like stupid shit, like.
And I've seen Johnny's brother. He's bigger.
Yeah,
than
my
him.
brother liked to fight.
Yeah.
So my brother would fucking he would choke. He would, like that fool would always fuck with me, but. Like my homies, I would bring him over. He didn't even know him. He would be like, "Who's this fool?" Bam! I'll start choking him. Like, hey, what the fuck? Chill. And the mom would be like, "Hey, what's up with your brother?"
Why is he trying to kill me?
I don't know.
Did you talk to Sam at Lucha Babu, Mario?
Sam
Jimenez.
Oh yeah, he came out, invited him. He enjoyed the fucking show.
I talked to him briefly. Yeah,
oh fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, I invited him out, man. He was my guest, and he had a good fucking time. But shout out to everyone who came out.
He was like, "Where's Steve at?"
I knew he was going, so I stayed home.
You missed out on all the barbecue he brought for everybody, man. He should have came out.
Nah, he'll bring my barbecue.
Oh, okay.
Barbecue's so bomb, huh?
He has a SS barbecue. That's his barbecue.
Yeah?
Thank you. Hey, you know what? Points for Steve for fucking remember. Oh, hold on. That's wrong, buddy. Wrong.
Well, he named it after me, Super Steve Barbecue. What are you talking
that's
about?
the only reason you remember.
Yeah. He didn't name it. I mean, what else?
Mario's got a smoker too. Mario likes to fucking get that.
Woo! Just started.
yeah?
Just started smoking some meat. So, getting kind of into it. Done 3 briskets. Did a ham, a double smoked ham, some salmon,
Yeah?
and some pork belly.
Bomb. You grill? You fuck around?
Yeah, I mean, at the pad, I grill. I don't have a smoker. But, I like to get down with the usuals, bro. Carne asada and fucking, chorizo.
I love that shit, barbecue and all that shit. Don't get me on the grill.
Yeah.
I'll fucking burn everything.
Stay away from the grill, man. Stay away from the grill.
Hey, every time that if I'll be grilling cool, I'll turn back around. That's just on fire. Everything. What the fuck?
That's the key of grilling. You can't step away.
You gotta be focused
on the grill. I mean, a smoker, because it's hours.
Yeah.
But when you're grilling, you've seen those Instagram videos where the guy turns around, opens up the grill, and the flames are like,
that's me.
Damn.
Cool. I would grilling chicken. Cool. Fucking talking to my girl, whatever. Boom. She goes inside. I follow her real quick to get napkins. Come back outside. Fucking flames.
Look. What's honest to God? What's really quick? Like, are you actually taking fucking
only
less
45
than 30
minutes?
seconds?
Yeah.
Like, are you?
Less than 30 seconds.
Nah. It feels like some 30
Fool,
seconds.
30 seconds is a long ass time if you think about it. Fool.
But you go inside.
And I go inside. Boom, boom, boom.
grab a napkin.
Get the napkins.
And get a pisto, a new pisto.
Like,
Okay, yeah.
Like,
Hey, who rolled the joint?
I don't know. I'll be like, hey, I have to take a leak real quick. Hey, come out. And this is all 30 seconds.
I talk about a minute 30.
Flames this high. I was like, fuck. Closing I opened the top all crazy. Like, man, I'll turn off the propane. Bah, 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 bah.
That's why you have to have a hot zone and not a hot zone. You know what I'm saying? So if your grill has 3 burners on it, you turn 2 on and leave 1 off.
Yeah.
So when you leave, or you're going to take a little bit of time, you move the chicken to the spot that it's not lit. And then you close down the hatch, and then it stays like an oven warm in there. So when you come back out, you can throw it back on the flames.
Oh, God, that's fucking professional talk right there.
See?
And if you have charcoal, you only do charcoal on half of the grill, and you do the same thing. Where if you want to pretend to smoke, you get baby smoke in a grill. And a charcoal.
Then you get little chunks of wood, and you can throw them in there, and they'll smoke it up in there.
Fools be with the fucking fucking when they smoke.
Oh yeah, they've sprayed. They have all kinds of
right
shit.
Here, fucking apple cider and water.
Yeah, apple cider waters. I mean,
fucking
damn,
orange juice. Dog, don't get me. I'm telling you, if I get a fucking smoker, it's a wrap for everyone.
But
I'll
that's
open up a fucking taco stand.
Get it.
Brisket tacos.
Well, there's one in Heritage Barbecue in San Clemente.
That's the homie.
Yeah,
DJ Wino.
Yeah, they do the what's it called, the tortas of brisket. They do the tacos.
No shit.
Yeah.
That fool has fucking brisket tattooed on his knuckles. He fucking around.
Serious business.
Yeah, and I think he's been out to like Texas and like hung out with the main guys out there and everything and brought it back here.
Yeah, with that DJ Wino, he used to be a DJ, oldie, sick ass fool. Probably still fucks around with music, I'm sure. But I knew him from the homies from Viejito Scar Club in Orange County, Johnny and all those fools. But
You know Rainbow?
Rainbow OG.
Yeah, it's from my barrio.
Yeah. Well, fucking that's OG Rainbow. Yeah. That fool DJ Wino would be at all the parties DJing, and that's how I met him through my homie Drew. And he like, I don't know what happened, and then out of nowhere he's the fool from Heritage Barbecue.
Yeah, briskets.
And that shit's hitting.
No, yeah.
They have like 3 restaurants now.
Yeah.
Shout out to motherfucking DJ Wino Heritage Barbecue in the motherfucking house.
Hell yeah, get
San
some.
Clemente.
When I saw that, I went out there, got in line.
You got in line?
No, I mean I got there early enough to where I know because you have to,
Right.
There's certain hours where like.
Because I know you're not waiting in an actual line with fucking people.
No, this line was like 5 deep.
Okay, that's not bad.
Okay, and then after a while, you start seeing the shit grow. Yeah. You're like, holy fuck!
Damn, huh? You're like, if I would have been here 5 minutes later,
I'd be in the back.
I would be right over there.
And then shit runs out. You know, what I mean, that's the worst part when the shit runs out.
At the barbecue spots, they do, and they're like, "Oh, that's it." And be like, "Hell no! I know there's more back there.
There's something. Give me your stash." I went to this.
We only get pork once a year.
Yeah.
Give me my pork chop.
I want my pork briscoe.
A's Barbecue in Huntington Beach. I mean, not Huntington Beach. A's Barbecue in East LA. They did this one. They did these pork belly al pastor bites.
Hell yeah.
Dog.
A's Barbecue. I think, yeah, fucking, I heard about that shit. That's a fucking, I think that's a homie that does that shit. A's Barbecue. Mm-hmm. It's somewhere, but I seen the Instagram.
LA, yeah. I went there, bro. I got brisket, and they had that. He goes, well, we have some of this, and we have some of that. I go, well, hook me up with 2 pounds of the pork belly al pastor bites. Yo, man, they didn't make it to the car, bro. Them shits were fire, bro.
Hey, what is it?
It's like a burnt end, but it's an al pastor flavor. Because they mix the Latino with the...
This is at A's Barbecue,
A's Barbecue
in East LA?
Yeah.
Okay, we're fucking going.
Dog. That shit was fucking good.
Food is so fucking bomb. I went to Dallas.
Food's
my
good.
homie, I was like, hey, I need to go to the spot, So my homie's like, OG, fucking, he's from Dallas and knows all the fucking spots. We went to this little barbecue, little hut spot, and dog, the best fucking barbecue. And he's like, get the plate with everything, and they had everything. I couldn't finish it. I was like, I'm gonna get this. It was like $18. I was like, fuck it. Mm-hmm. I thought it was gonna be a baby plate. It was a big ass plate.
Wait, number one, $18.
I think it was like Bubba's Shack or some shit like that.
$18 for a big fucking plate of barbecue.
That's what I'm saying.
Barbecue in general is fucking expensive.
Well, out here,
and this shit was bomb.
Is it? I mean, in general, out there, is it pricey wherever you go to, or
in Dallas?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think so because, well, at least that spot was not expensive, and I was like, damn, this shit is this much. Let me get the big one then. And the homies all, don't get the big one because you're not gonna finish it. I was like, fool.
Don't tell me what to do.
If it's $18, I'm gonna finish that whole motherfucking plate.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm 3 plates Tommy,
Yeah,
homie.
I was like, that shit ain't gonna be for the baby. That shit, I was like, damn. Took some to the house. That shit was the best. I want to go right now over there.
That's on Hazard.
All we've been doing is talking about food. We have not talked about anything about his podcast or why it's 3 Plates Tommy. I need to know why 3 Plates Tommy.
Well, 3 Plates Tommy, I got that from because I was on a guest. Well, I'm always a guest on George Perez Stories podcast.
Okay.
And I used to always fuck around on there and tell stories and be talking shit. And those fools are like, hey, Tommy, you look kind of fucking buff, eh? Like, what's going on? What do you do? You work out and shit? And me fucking around because I don't fucking work out. I was like, you know it? Shit. And fucking 3 plates. And he's like, how much? He's like, how much do you bench? I told him fucking 3 plates. He's like, what? 3 plates? I was like, 3 plates at the gym or 3 plates at the party? And then they were like, what? And then ever since then, they're like, you're fucking 3 plates. And then they just gave me that name. Like, they just gave me that name, 3 Plates Tommy, and then it stuck. So everyone fucking, they just started knowing me as 3 Plates Tommy from that show. And just fucking, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to run with that shit. Yeah, and then everyone fucking likes it and knows it. And even, like, I was working in fucking Hollywood, and I was all chilling fucking up on one of the lifts, and some random ass guy, he's like, 3 plates. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, what's up, dog? And then I was like, hey. And then my coworker, he's like, what the fuck? Who's 3 plates? I was like, oh. And I fucking explained to him this. I'm, you know, and he's like, "Well, so you're like kind of famous?" I'm like, "No. We're happening to walk right here, and he listens to the podcast, you know." But
the answer is fuck yeah, I'm famous.
You saw what just happened, right?
But yeah. So I just went with the name, just 3 Plates Tommy, you know, and but it just started from how I seen George on a podcast. And I was like, I got to link. I had these goals written down to link up with these guys, and I that's how I met George. I was like, that was one of my goals to have to have George to sponsor George Perez podcast stories, and with my product. So I hit him up, and he's like, yeah, sure, come bring your stuff. I put my stuff on the show, and after a while, he's like, hey, get on the show. Talk, you know, let them know about your stuff. So I went on the show and I told my story, and I you know, would be talking to him, cutting it up, telling stories, and people, they were like, hey, bring that guy back. So he was like, hey, you want to do the show again? People are asking for you. I was like, yeah. So I started being like a reoccurring guest on there, like, you know, and then I just became a regular. And I started doing the show a lot, and then from there I went to E-Zone with Be Real TV. He had We Don't Smoke the Same podcast, so I started sponsoring them, and just trying to get the whole goal was to get my brand out, BZZT. Like I just wanted to get everyone to know, and I had my goal of who to, you know, to get it in the hands of who, and then that way we're connected and be able to make something happen big, and we're still on that journey, you know?
Right.
And that's what we're doing. So that's how 3 Plates came about. And after, from being a guest on these shows, they're like, hey, you got to do your own shit. Like, you got to do your own podcast, dog. Like, you have fans, people like you. They want more, you know? Like, do your own podcast. So I kind of got the blessing from those guys, because I didn't want to just do it because, I don't know, I don't want him to say some shit and be like, oh, this fool's fucking,
if you're like, thanks a lot, thanks a lot, I'm going to go do my own thing.
Yeah,
but then again, he's just being himself. It's not like he's playing a character or anything.
Yeah, so yeah, and then, and even people were like talking about characters and shit, like people are like, oh, that character, 3 Plates, you know, we like it. I'm like, that's me. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is how I am all the time, you know, like, I got the blessing from them to go ahead and do a podcast, and I just fucking I linked up. It was like trial and error. At first, we were gonna do it at Be Real Studios, and we're gonna do the podcast there, and it didn't go through. And then we went to another fucking another studios with E-Zone and all them. We fucking had it already. We fucking painted the fucking bag, like, I put up my fucking artwork and just ready to do a fucking.
Turn on the lights.
Didn't even put up my artwork. Just painted it. Was waiting for it to dry, while these guys did a podcast, and then I was gonna do my first podcast there, episode 1, and the fucking owner of the building watched them like do a podcast, and they had a banda there, and he's like, "Fuck this shit. They're not gonna be having this loud shit here." He's like, "Hey, cut it. No more podcasts." And I was like, "Fuck." I was like, whatever. Yeah. Like, damn. So fucking gathered all my shit. We left. And then I was like, damn, what the fuck I'm going to do? Like, what should I do? And I was like, fuck that. I'm going to hit up my homie. So I hit up, my homie Pete from Suavecito, and I told him, hey, I'm fucking trying to make some shit happen right here. And he's like, Tommy, let's fucking make it happen, dog. So we're fucking here. I got my, I do my podcast out of Suavecito Pomade headquarters in Santa Ana. And then we're working on building a studio in the headquarters. And, we're just building, just trying to make some shit happen with the podcast, with comedy, with everything. I was telling Steve earlier that I'm trying to get into, like, slowly into doing comedy, kind of. I've been able to go up on stage, like George Perez. He just had his birthday party at the Comedy Store.
Oh yeah.
And at the end of his show, he brought me up on stage, and I fucking talk to the crowd and pump them up, said some shit, and they were laughing, and they were having a good time. They were pumped, and people loved it. And I was like, I could fucking do, like, I have the opportunity with these guys to be able to be up here on this fucking stage, and he'll send me, he'll FaceTime me from different cities, and he's like, hey, Tommy, these guys are your fans, and it'll be fucking a group of fucking people. They're like 3 plates. And he's like, fool, you have to fucking do some shit. And that's why I'm like, fuck this. So I called the fucking comedy store, the comedy club right by my house. And I was like, hey, do you guys do open mics? And they're like, yeah, we do them every first Wednesday. So tomorrow will be my first fucking Wednesday right there. I'm like, hey, just going up there and just in Bellflower.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
it's
at
a
the
Bellflower comedy. It's like the stand-up comedy club.
At the French Quarters or where in Bellflower?
It's called the stand-up comedy club.
Oh, okay.
It's right there on Belmont and like the downtown Bellflower. But I was like, I'm gonna fucking do some shit with this. I'm gonna go up there and see how it goes, and at least try to get used to it. To at least when I have the opportunity to go with, if I go with George to fucking Texas or some shit.
Sure.
Go up on stage. What's up, motherfuckers? Let's make some noise. Like, just. I'm just, I seen that shit and I was like, hey, if I love doing this shit. I've always wanted to do some shit since I was a little kid. Like, I grew up in a little ass town, and I always tell like the story. Like, I grew up in a little ass town, and I tried to do everything to get out of that fucking little town. So, like, since I was a little kid, I would sing, like, and I didn't play guitar. I didn't know how to play any instruments. I didn't know somebody to teach me or any shit like that. So I would just listen to fucking music and in my fucking restroom, and I would sing to whatever fucking, music that I would put, like, everything. So I could sing, like, reggae. I could sing fucking, like, in English, like, R&B shit, fucking corridos, rancheras, everything. Like, I was like, one day I'm going to fucking sing somewhere. Somebody's going to hear me, and I'm going to get out of this little fucking town. And that's what I did. So right after school, like right after high school, we came out here to LA, and fucking the fucking fast life movement from leaving a little ass town to a big fucking city is like, whoa, real life, motherfucker. Like, chill. Yeah. I got out. Ridgecrest. I grew up in Ridgecrest. It's a little ass town. Ridgecrest, California, Mojave Desert, Kern County. It's that little fucking town on your way to Mammoth. When you're going up to Mammoth, there's a town on the right. Before you hit the long road, that's Ridgecrest. It's a little past Mojave, Lancaster, all that. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I grew up right there. And I fucking always wanted to do something. And like, since I was a little kid, I would always fucking dance. I would fucking,
something.
Entertainer.
I'd fucking enter some shit.
I would fucking pop eyeballs on
I'd
you.
fucking sing. I'd fucking do whatever. I was like, I'm gonna do some shit. Like, whatever I would do, I would be like, if somebody's watching, they'd be like, hey, motherfucker, you're good. Let me fucking help you. I would fucking be shooting 3-pointers. What's up with it? Like, just a little kid. I always wanted to do some shit where they were like, hey, what's up? Let's fucking. I was like, fuck this little place. Like, I want to be in a city. I want to fucking sing in front of a crowd. I want to do some shit. And I would fucking sing during when I first came out here to LA. I would sing on my fucking 15-minute break. I was a dishwasher at Mr. Rosewood right here in Paramount. Before, it's not there no more, but I would be a dishwasher, and they would have karaoke right there, and there would be people singing and drinking. And on my 15-minute break, they're like, Tommy, go and sing some songs, pump these fools up, get these fools into singing. And I would go and I would sing. And one of the dishwashers, not the dishwasher, he was like one of the guys, and he would always tell me, what the fuck are you doing right here, dog? He's like, why are you a dishwasher right here? Well, you're sick as fuck at singing. And I was just a dumb kid. And all the, like, my self-criticism and shit stopped me from doing a lot of shit.
Self-doubt.
Yeah, I was like, nah, because there's motherfuckers that sing so good, But I was like, I never was like, yeah, but you sing like like you sing how you sing. And even my homie's like, Doug, when you sing, even if it's a cover of a song, like, you have feeling to that shit,
Sure.
different from some other person singing, and I never got that shit until fucking now, you know.
Right.
And it's like, hey, dog, I don't give a fuck. We'll do some shit now with it. You never fucking know.
Right.
At least, you know,
Who
and
cares?
I have the chance. I'm doing fucking this. What, you know, entertaining. Some people love that shit. The little bit that I have done, people like it. So I'm fucking full force it. You know, it's whatever we can do some shit with it. You know, I always tell people, hey, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Just at least you tried it.
Right.
Do it.
Right, absolutely.
This guy
Yeah.
has a fucking Selena story, man. 3 plates Selena story right here.
Hey, dog. But that's my shit. So I just trying to make something happen, you know?
And you know what? That's always a great story because, like we always do here now, I always say this shit, but on this podcast, we always bring people on that are you know, living their dream or trying to get to that point of living their dream or on the journey.
You know what? To me, it's people trying to do something.
Yeah.
Just something. Whatever. Like
Yeah.
we've had from fucking A to Z, but it's just people, not necessarily entertainment. Just some people that are just a regular job, or just like a mechanic, like a dude that works at Disney, all the like Inc, all this shit, where it's just like people doing something.
Yeah, like,
You
hey,
know what
I'm
I mean?
I'm
Like,
doing some shit. I'm
at
making
all
some shit. Trying to
different
make some
levels
shit.
of success at all different walks of life. Like just who's doing fucking something.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
And it's cool to hear your story of like, hey, I had this dream as a kid
To do
let
something.
let it go, and then now it's coming back around, and it's like, you know what, fuck it, it's never too late, and it
Yeah.
isn't, bro.
That's why I'm like,
It
hey,
isn't.
it's like what they say, like whatever's meant for you, nobody can take away.
no-
Like fuck, maybe it wasn't my time to do it back then.
What's meant for you will be for you.
'Cause I always
You know?
trip out. Like when I would be out here, I had a homie that he would get picked up by that guy Pepe Garza.
Sure.
And that was before when Pepe Garza was big. Before that, he was just like, oh, it's the guy from Quebuena, and they have at El Farallon people sing and shit. That's where like Chalino sang and Adan Sanchez, all that shit. And Narquillo, all those fools that came out fucking singing in that genre, fucking the 90s, Lupillo and all that, they would all sing at this place, El Farallon or fucking, what was that? Some other spot?
Leonardo's.
El Parral. All that. Well, these fools were singing, and my homie would get picked up by Pepe Garza, and he would be like, Tommy, go out there with me and fucking sing, dog. When he goes and pick me up, just tell him, hey, I fucking sing Chalino Corridos and sing, dog. And I was like, nah. I'm like, who the fuck is that fool, Pepe? And I'm like, I don't want to sing to that fool. Like, what the fuck, dog? That's weird. Like, it was weird to me, you know? And he's like, fool.
You're right.
I'm like, he's taking me to fucking go and sing at this place. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, I wonder what would have happened. But it's the same shit. Like, shit happens for a reason for a certain time. Like, with the whole podcast thing, when I was first trying to do that shit, for some fucking reason, it didn't happen at Be Real Studios. For some reason, it didn't happen over there at the other one. For some reason, it happened at Suavecito because we're making shit happen and we have the help to be able to create something and make whatever the fuck we want to do. We're able to do it, and that's what it is. It's like shit happens when it's supposed to. I always tell myself like, when shit's fucked up or whatever, I'm just like, hey, this ain't it. It's gonna get better. It might be like this right now, but you're gonna fucking this shit. It ain't over.
That's
One
what
day
happened
you're gonna
here.
be looking at this and be like, damn, remember when I was tripping off that?
Yeah.
Like, damn, that's crazy.
And that's what happened here, man. We went through multiple names, multiple hosts and stuff, and then all of a sudden we just fucking stuck it out and created our own shit as well, you know.
Yeah.
And then we got to meet guys like you now, you know, everyone that we brought on. I mean, like, I saw you on the George Perez podcast, and I reached out. I'm like, man, this fucking guy sounds fucking, you know, good story, fucking is energetic, and could sing. And it was just all these little things that I saw, you know, and I saw George on Rogan's podcast. He was talking about peanut butter meth and all this crazy shit back when he was in Orange. And he's from Orange County, and so am I. So it was like, all right, hearing these stories, and I was like, fuck yeah. So, you know, I became a fan of his, and then him doing the stand-up comedy stuff, and then, you know, yourself and hearing his stories and stuff. So I made the connection, and I was like, yeah, come on, dude.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
there's always, you know, always something good to hear, and not only that, but everyone, I hope, takes something away from every podcast that we do that will motivate them to continue on their journeys as well.
Yeah. I always like, you never know who's listening, you know?
Yeah.
Like, somebody can be going through some fucked up shit or be trying the same shit that I'm trying to do. And they'll be like, damn, that motherfucker's doing that shit. He's just talking about doing the same shit that I'm trying to do. And, you know, and maybe somebody hears your story or yours, and they're like, hey, you know, there's fucking hope out there, you know?
I'm here to hear other people's stories.
Yeah, like there's some dude, he hit me up, and he actually made a whole bunch of stuff fresh off the press. Shout out to that guy. He made a whole bunch of he made umbrellas for me, t-shirts and all this shit with merch. And he's like, Tommy, he's like, I was going through a fucking rough ass patch, dog, in my life. And he's like, and I watched the show and you were on there. And he's on for that fucking hour and a half. You made me forget what the fuck I was going through. I was laughing, dog. You had me dying. And he's like, and I'll never forget. He's on, and I look for other episodes with you, and you. He's like, when I would listen, I would forget, fool, because you're funny. And he's like, thank you for that. So I just want to help you out, whatever I can do. So I'm sending you this merch. And he sent me a whole bunch of cool stuff. And I was like, damn, like, I didn't know that somebody out there's fucking actually listening to my dumbass stories. And it's like entertaining, dog. Like, they're like, hey, this fool has funny ass stories. And I always tell stories and all this shit. And they're all true. They're like, oh, this fool's fucking lying or some shit. But I'll bring facts. Like, the fucking, because I told people my uncle actually worked on the car that Tupac and Suge Knight, when the car that Tupac got shot in.
That BMW?
Yeah, they fucking worked on that car. So
it's their fault.
We picked it up from Las Vegas. Like, they went to pick it up from Vegas and brought it out here, and they have pictures, you know, on the car. And I always tell the story that there was a blunt, like there was still the blunt in the like in between the couch.
And you smoked it.
No, fucking, I lit that motherfucker up. But they had the blunt like in between, and then in the radio, when they turned on the car, it was No Vaseline, Ice Cube. They had that CD in there.
Shit.
That's what they were bumping. So that's what they were bumping when they were driving, and he got shot. Like, nobody knows that shit, dog.
Sure.
Like, yeah, but so that's what was in the shit. No Vaseline, fucking Ice Cube, and
the blunt fell,
and the in that car, you know. So, and they're like, "Oh, you're fucking lying, Tommy, you fucking liar." And then I fucking showed them the picture of my uncle in front of the car, and it's like, you could tell it's like at a shop, and they're you know, it's at the shop where they work, but they were taking pictures in front of it. You could see the gunshots, and it's on stock rims, not the other rims, but it's that car, you know. And it's like, that shit's facts, dog. And that's why everyone's like, this motherfucker, he always is telling crazy stories, but they're true, dog.
Yeah.
And people, you know, people are like, oh, this fool's funny, he always is telling stories, but that's the shit. I used
to work at my first job, I worked in a factory, and they did a bunch of people that were in halfway houses, you know, fresh out, fucking, they were giving those fools jobs. And there was a couple dudes that would come through and like try to tell like wild stories. You know, there was a dude, they call it the Sandman, and he would tell like wild stories about shit he did. Yeah, exactly. That's why they call him the Sandman, because he puts fools to sleep. You know what I mean? That's what they call him. That's what they call him, the Sandman. So, and he would say all this wild shit. It's like, man, come on. And then he brought a photo album that had newspaper clippings of all the shit that he claimed.
The stories.
Like, this is me. And like, they're like, oh, Jesus Christ. I was like, why would you have this? Like, and they come to your house, it's like, why do you have clippings of all these unsolved crimes? You know what I mean? Like, why do you have that, buddy? And all the shit he tells, like, man, that's me. He's like, he had a rocket launcher buried in his backyard. He's like, I'll give you $5,000. He's like, $5,000 for a grenade launcher, not a rocket launcher. $5,000 for a grenade launcher. I was like, what am I going to do with a grenade launcher? You know?
Launch grenades,
I get started with Roman candles, huh? For real. Hey, there's people that have some
people out there doing wild shit, man.
Yeah,
you know, people out there doing wild shit.
Someone has to be doing the wild shit,
right? Wild shit's happening in the world.
Yeah. Like, all those sirens are not for fucking not wild shit. You know what I mean? Just, you're not doing it. Yeah. Someone else is.
Yeah, like my old neighbor, she was all telling us story, like just a random story. She's all, yeah, we used to have a neighbor, and he buried a whole bunch of guns in our backyard. But it was like a random. They're like, yeah, he asked, he asked the man.
Uh-huh.
So and he's like, yeah, go ahead. And he fucking buried a whole bunch of guns in the backyard for like 6 months. And he went to jail when he came back out. He fucking got the guns out of there. Like, what the fuck? Like, random old little lady that you would never think had some fucking guns buried in her backyard by her fucking gangster cholo-ass neighbor.
Those are always the people that get interviewed. Like, oh, I didn't even know he was that crazy. And fucking, it's a...
I mean, he buried the guns in my backyard, but I didn't think that was too crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I think he was... I thought he was just a regular guy.
Yeah, I should kill everybody.
Yeah, my fucking cousin's husband, I remember back in the day, years ago, he was telling us the story. He's like, oh yeah, he's like, his friend had a briefcase. He put a chest, like those like the military things.
Sure, like a Foot Locker.
Like those things. He's all he had one of those, and he had a dead body inside of it. He's on. That fool left it here for like a week, and it started smelling. I told him, get that shit the fuck out of here. And we're like, what the fuck? Like random ass shit.
That's
like
crazy ass shit. That's crazy shit.
Yeah, and
get
it's
that
just
body and get out
like,
of here.
we're like, and he was there. He's like, yeah, he fucking brought him, and I told him, get that shit out of here. It started to smell. We're like, damn, but he told us like
nonchalant, like whatever,
like normal, like, hey, oh yeah, I babysat his dog. Fucking, he left him here for a fucking week. Get that fucking dog out of here. It was like that, and I was like, damn, dog, on some dead body shit, East LA. Fucking random rockero, fucking rocker ass fools in East LA are crazy, young.
I think they're crazier than the cholos, bro.
Yeah,
They gotta
for
be.
real.
They're like, I'm this.
The cholos always know that fucking crazy rockero guy. They're like, oh no,
Leave
that
that
fool.
fool
Or he'll be from the hood too. He's just not all choloed out. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he's from here too. You're like, oh shit.
We had to jump in him. He was crazier than motherfucker in the hood. He was the craziest one.
Yeah.
We had to get him in.
I'm telling you, there's just crazy ass fools in the hood.
There used to be a dude that lived across the street from us named Keith. And Keith, and like the dude that would be the wild, do shit that like life changing experiences that this fucking wild ass fool is doing. And he came back by my parents' house years later, where this fool disappeared, thought he was dead or in jail or whatever. And him and my brother were talking, and everything. He was like, "Hey man, you remember the time you did this?" He was like, "Nah." It's like, "What about this?" It's like, "I did that," and all these things that like changed our lives. That this fool's doing so much crazy shit, it don't even. Compared to the other crazy shit he's doing out in the world, he didn't even fucking remember none of it.
Yeah, he's like,
it's like, man, can you imagine doing so much dirt that you get started? It's like, well, that was just Tuesday. I don't remember that shit at all.
I always trip out on people that remember shit like they're like, yeah, that was 1984. That was like,
sure, it was Tuesday.
It was on a Tuesday. And we're like, when they're like, yeah, and it was just before dark. And I'm like, how the fuck do you remember all these dates? And they're like, yeah, and then fucking Rachel lived down the street. And you're like, well, I don't even remember my fucking neighbor's name that lived when I grew up. I'm like, what the fuck was that lady's name?
Same.
Barbara?
See,
Barbara?
I hate I hate being the guy that remembers all that shit, because you have your buddies or other people that try to tell a different story.
Yeah, nah.
And
like,
in
I
my
was
head,
there,
in my
dick.
head, I'm like, God, that's not how it fucking happened. But I'm not gonna call them out, so I just let them have their story. But I'm inside, I'm going like, come on, Dick, that's not how it fucking happened, bro.
Hey, what about the fools that tell the same fucking story every time you guys
Over and
drink?
over
You're like,
again. Man, I know
you could
that
fucking
story.
finish it for them. You're like, oh yeah, and then you guys did this, and then that fool you work with this fool. That's this guy, and they're like, he's like, yeah. I'm like, I already know it, fool. That's it.
I was listening to this
cut
dude.
cut him off.
I was listening to this dude on a podcast or an interview or whatever, and he's like that. He has his stories, and he was saying, he goes, well, I got the one about the fucking this, and I got the one about the. You know how many stories I tell? Like, I don't have like, oh, you want to hear the one about the fucking. I don't have
the Chevelle story. Remember the guy with the fucking Chevelle?
I don't have them cataloged like that in my head. And this guy was like, oh, you want to hear the story about the this or the story about the that? And it's like, you're fucking lame.
And then their homies egging them on. Hey, tell them that story fucking when we went to the Kmart. Eh?
Remember that time with the blue light special?
Yeah.
Kmart was dope, though. Kmart was dope with those big ass popcorns. Remember?
Yeah,
big ass
Big ass
buckets?
bags.
Red
No,
and
the
white?
big bag.
like
It was
fucking like
plastic
the like
big ass bag.
it's like the
Yeah.
fair style fucking kind of popcorn bag.
So you can walk around the store.
Yeah,
grabbing.
walk around with that and a big old what is it? The icy,
Yeah.
a blue, a red, or a
Yeah.
mixed.
Yeah.
mixed up.
Kmart
What
was
about the
shit.
ICs at 7-Eleven where they have that day where anything...
Bring your own cup.
Where it's like everything but a cup or something like that?
Yeah.
People bring fucking trash cans and shit.
Oh, what?
No, you
Filling
can
up
bring
their
anything.
shit.
Anything but a cup.
Anything but a cup. And
Yeah.
people bring some big ass shit like anything.
Okay.
It just passed crazy.
I'm like, how about a cup?
Yeah.
Like, I want mine in a cup. What's the deal?
Well,
Like,
no, you
like
can, but you
normal
can buy like a
people.
huge ass fucking bucket,
Like
or
a
whatever.
popcorn bucket,
Yeah.
fucking throw it in. Some fool brought that fucking Home Depot bucket. Like,
it's
hey,
already
man,
too much.
That's it.
Like a large
Yeah.
one is already too much.
Yeah,
You know what even though, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll kill that whole thing.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm doing it, I'm like, this is too much.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be getting brain freeze. You guys get brain freeze?
Yeah, of
Fuck
course.
yeah.
Fool, my girl doesn't get brain freeze. She's like, what the fuck is brain freeze? I'm like, fucking hit this
She's a
slushy
vampire,
all the way.
dog.
I'm like, just keep hitting it and keep hitting it and hitting it. I'm like, if you finish it all, fuck it. And she'll do it. I'm like,
She's like,
hey,
yeah, I'm
what
fine.
the fuck?
Nah, she just wanted your whole thing, and she kept.
I
Like,
know. I'm like, oh,
It's worth
fool,
it.
I'll do it. Hey, have you ever got that shit where you like, you're like, oh, all right,
gotta
wait a
stop.
minute, what the fuck? Like, you
right
can't
here.
see, dog. You can't fucking see.
you gotta press your tongue to the top of your roof,
with the thumb, huh?
or you just press your tongue.
Oh,
with that.
shit.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I'll just be like, oh my god.
Hey,
Like,
your
I
lady
feel like
played
I'm
you,
like,
bro.
right now I'm gonna pass out.
Your
with
lady
this shit.
played you. She had
Yeah?
it, but she wanted to finish it. She's like,
I know
fuck
she's
it.
like, I don't get brain freeze. I hit it on the side. She knows the trick. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. No, but I do that shit. I'm like, fool, I get brain freeze every fucking time. Fool, I'll be driving, I'll be like, oh shit. I'll put it down. I'll be like, hey, wait a minute.
If
That
you
shit
already know you get
fucks
it,
me
why
up.
don't you just take baby sips?
Fat fool.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
okay.
come on,
Okay.
man.
Dog,
This
you know what
was
it is?
Hey, we don't learn our lessons, bro.
I'll just be like, fool, I'll be getting it a little. I'll be like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep going.
That's what
Like,
Mario's asking impossible questions. Like,
Yeah.
what are
No,
you
because
talking
I
about?
get them, but they're the most horrific thing that you can possibly go through, and you feel like you're dying, and you have to like press and
They're the
fucking
w-
finger your mouth
Oh,
until you
they're the
feel better
worst.
about yourself.
You'll fucking lay down on the ground.
Do you know how much heartburn and indigestion sucks? It doesn't stop me from eating pizza and onions. You know what I
Fucking
mean?
the little
Hey,
fucking
it'll
Mexican
fuck me
candy.
up.
I've always wanted to do the cold plunge. You know
Yeah.
those cold plunges, but I'm always afraid of that
Like
shit.
with the ice
What's
bath?
cold
Yeah, the ice
Hell
baths.
nah.
Yeah.
They do. So the place that I used to go do
floating.
floating,
tank.
do the float tank. Now they offer infrared sauna into the cold bath now.
What's that shit?
So so it's like a sauna, but not like hot rocks. It's like infrared lights that make
Yeah.
it hot as fuck. And then you go from that into a cold bath, and then back into the sauna. So like
You get a
hot
fucking-
then cold, hot
I'll
then
get
cold.
sick.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I fucking leave with the fever. You're like, damn.
My abuelita warned me about that.
That's like going outside and inside. Like, God, you can't
And
do
I
that
always
shit.
used to see like Asian dudes do that at the gym. They
Yeah.
go in the sauna, then jump in the water, then go back and forth all the time.
Fools would be,
Yeah.
hey, you ever trip out like the Asian bathhouses?
I want to
never
go.
been.
I
I've
mean,
never
I want to
been.
go
Hey,
there so
dog,
bad.
well, my homie in Dallas, he's like, next time we go, I'm going to take you. I was like, I do not want to go, dog. Like, these fools are butt-ass naked, fucking. I'm not trying to fucking be with the homies right here, butt-ass naked. What's up, dog? All right, cool. Fucking, oh, we're going to go over here and drink some. Like, nah, fool, I'm good on that shit.
But see,
Like-
that's the raza, bro. But that's what they do. So to them, it's normal. They're not.
Did
they're
you go?
not- yeah.
No, but my homie's a white fool.
Did you go?
Nah, hell no. No, I have. Well, he's like, when you come, I'm gonna take you. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to go to that shit.
There's
Take me to the
24-hour
big-
Korean
I'm like, take me
bathhouses
to
in
that
LA.
big ass park where there's a lake in there, and you guys ever gonna get fucked up. That's where I want to go.
Yeah.
And my homie
You wanna
goes
get
to
hit with the
fucking
leaves?
drag races.
You wanna get hit with the
I
leaves?
did go to Dallas, and I went to the drag. There's into drag racing.
Yeah.
To the Yellow Belly. There's this. That's a track out there where motherfuckers go and fools race their fucking cars. You could take your car. You'll see like the homie with his grandma's car. And that motherfucker, he's like, I'm gonna race somebody, and they're at it, dog. You
Yeah.
know, and fools bet and all that shit. But these at Yellow Belly in Dallas, that shit, it's a racetrack. That shit cracks. But my homie knows like on some street outlaw shit, like the fools that they fucking go to a secret fucking
Yeah.
street. And these fools fucking, they have their trailers with their cars and they race. And fools are betting fucking money right there. Like street outlaws, but real. Like, and he even said, hey, street outlaws, they started like that, but then it got too big.
It
to
became a
where
TV show.
You
Yeah.
know, they
Fast and
fucking
Furious.
ran out that fucking highway
Yeah.
that they say they're sneaking on. He's all, but we used to, well, they still do it, but street outlaws used to do the real shit. But they're on some fucking 3 a.m. racing, fucking drag racing these cars like crazy fucking shit in the middle of the night out there in Dallas.
Damn.
Yeah, and I'm like, next time I go, I want to fucking go, dog. That just seems.
And then go to the
fun.
bathhouse after that.
Yeah, and after we're going to the fucking bathhouse.
You guys
dog.
remember Splash in LA?
Oh yeah.
It was a jacuzzi spot, and they had different themed jacuzzis.
That was a fuck place. You just went there to
and it was
fuck.
for dates.
I went to a fucking spot, but out there in like off the 60, all far.
Because they used to have a Mexican...
By the Copa, you know where it said Copacabana?
Uh-huh.
Over there, they had the little fucking cabins you could get, and they had hot tubs.
Well, right here at the spot in LA, it was by Melrose. They used to have a Mexican dating show, and that's where they would always go.
Segunda cita.
Yeah. And it would always end up there, and the chicks trying to dance or the guys trying to do some shit. It was like, damn,
Splash
bro.
that place was the shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was fucking. You go there with the fucking
I never heard of that
Yeah,
shit.
it's not there no more, but yeah.
They don't have no shit like that no more?
Fuck, because they couldn't say, come fuck at our fucking hot tub place.
Yeah.
Like that, but that's all that was like. You rent it for an hour or an hour? Like, what do you think? What do you think we're gonna do in here? Like, what
bro,
the fuck is going
you can't
on?
do any more of that shit because people ruin it, bro. Like,
Right.
you know, like the racing.
Yeah.
Somebody who's told someone that shouldn't have been there, and they fucked up the racing.
Yeah.
Some asshole went to the Splash and got offended because he saw some highness chi-chis, and now all of a sudden he's out too.
Yeah.
Like, it's always something, bro, that fucks everything
Fools
up.
always be fucking shit up. The fools that rat,
Yeah.
fools go out of their way to throw fucking rata.
because
like,
but I think it's mainly the guys that aren't having the fun.
Sure.
They're there and they're like, this sucks. Can we go already? And you know that fool is a one, dude. There was always this guy
He's a
when I worked at K-Rock. There was always this guy that would go to all the parties and he would not drink at all, but he'd be in the corner sitting there looking at everybody. And I was like, yo, dog, you need to leave.
Yeah, bounce.
Because all you're
That's it.
doing here
Oh, man.
is just taking
You're
notes.
fucking up the vibe.
You're
Like,
taking notes,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
and you're going to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
shit after. And right now we're all fucked up and we want to
Yeah.
just act stupid.
yeah.
We worked all fucking day
Yeah.
and just bounce.
You gotta
Need
bounce,
you dry
dog.
snitching on all
Yeah.
this later on. Oh, you didn't. You still have all those drinks? You know,
Yeah,
you finished that
yeah,
bottle
yeah.
last night? Oh,
How's
man.
that Hennessy
Yeah,
you took
it's like,
in your
man,
cab? You're like,
motherfucker,
oh,
I'll kill you.
Yeah, and you don't want to hear that shit, man. You remember what you did, and you just want to be like, fuck it, we did it, that's it. And I have some fool like remind you,
yeah.
especially
Yeah, here he
that.
comes,
You know who I
dog.
want to remind me? That girl that we were fucking with, or that dude that like, oh, remember when we did this or that? That's who you want.
Yeah.
Not some fool that's like talking shit or.
Did
on
you,
the side,
you
yeah.
remember when you fucking did the thing?
Yeah.
Man, shut
Fuck
Yes.
that. You know what? You sing on every podcast. You got to sing on this one, bro.
Yeah, let's
we
hear
got someone here, Oscar, and he owns his own record label.
Órale.
Hey, you never know, dog.
I know, huh?
Do one of them rancheras,
Fucking
bro.
Mexican one?
Yeah.
I'll
Let's-
sing a fucking Paloma Negra.
There you go. Hit it.
Aunque te amo, con locura ya no vuelvas. Paloma negra, eres la reja de un penal. Quiero ser libre y vivir mi vida con quien yo quiera. Dios, dame fuerza, que me estoy muriendo por irla a buscar. Y agarraste por tu cuenta las parrandas.
Shit.
Oh, shit.
I was gonna try to throw on some karaoke music, and he just went a cappella.
Hey,
I'm like,
I
holy
didn't know
shit!
that.
I'm
need
gonna
that
tell you
shit.
something, man, and I've said this many times here. I've always wanted to be a ranchero singer.
Yeah.
I even have the name of my group and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
you got to do it, dog.
Yeah.
You sing too or what?
No, I don't sing, but I've always wanted to. Like, look, and the reason these guys, we all know each other. When I was a kid, I said I was gonna be on K-Rock, and I did.
Yeah.
Okay. I lived my dream,
Hell yeah.
and then I went and created Michelada Rumble.
Yeah.
It's fucking the
Dream.
second dream. And then my boy Johnny right here one time was like, you know what? I know the impossible is possible. And I was like, why? He goes, because I know someone that did the impossible. And he's all, who? He's all, you. He goes, you lived your dreams and you accomplished the things that you wanted to do. So I know it's possible because I know you. You know what I'm saying? That's how we met. I was like, fuck. And I didn't really realize it at the time. And then so, I lived all that shit. So now my next thing is, like you said, I want to be on a stage and be able to know what that feels like to have this audience paying attention to. It's different. I've been on stages and I've brought out huge bands. You know what I'm saying? From Korn to fucking Black Sabbath. I mean, I've brought them all out.
Yeah.
And I've done stuff on the radio and people know me. Blah blah blah. But to have this crowd listening to you, singing back with you, I think it's a different level.
Yeah.
You know.
And
I have my own name, dude. El Triste y El Feliz, bro.
What is it?
El Triste y El Feliz.
It's sick.
And the name of the album is called Emociones Norteñas.
Yeah, just fucking with some shit. And do you ever write songs or try?
Yeah, I mean, I try.
We gotta get together and make some shit fucking happen, then.
So,
I'm telling you, dog.
Oscar, right here, you have El Triste y El Feliz, bro.
Hey, we're gonna make that shit happen.
Yeah, so Oscar, we're part of the Mike Grito family, and he has a group of podcasters, and he also has a lot of artists on their label.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I always tell people, hey, whatever you fucking want to do, you fucking imagine yourself doing that shit and working whatever the fuck you have to do to get to there. Like, and I always say, imagination, it'll get you there. Like, if you want to be whatever the fuck you want to be a fucking tow truck driver, you want to be a fucking diesel driver, imagine yourself in that fucking truck, like if it's normal, it's an everyday thing, like, oh, I gotta fucking get into the car, turning it on, these are my switches, looking in the fucking rear view, oh, this fool's, I gotta wait for him to open the gate, all that, dog. Put yourself there, make it happen, and work whatever the fuck you have to do to make it happen. And dog, trust me, you'll make it happen. My homies are like, Tommy, I got that fucking job. Where? At that fucking place. I said, what you do? I fucking imagine myself walking in there, interviewing with this fool, talking to him, and I got it. I told him, what? That's right. And he's like, hell yeah. And I tell him, write your goals down, motherfucking work at that shit, and you can fool anything you can fucking do. I'm doing that right now. I'm right here at a podcast telling my fucking story, talking, and that shit, like, I put myself in those places. Like I said, one day I'm going to be fucking, people are going to know me on these fucking podcast stories. I'm going to get my brand out there. I'm going to get my name out there. I'm going to do some fucking music. I'm going to do all this shit, comedy, everything. I'm going to make something happen. And it's happening, dog, little by little. It's not overnight, but it's like, what's that fool's Kevin Gates say?
Man.
He said, anything fast don't last. Anything slows for show. And it's for sure. Like, dog, if you see fools, I seen fools that are doing some, say in the weed industry, in the brand industry, doing the same shit that I'm doing. And I'm like, damn, this fool is popping right now. Like, he's doing, like, maybe not popping, but he's doing some shit. I'm like, damn, he's killing it with some shit. But it'll go away. I'll be like, damn, this fool's had like 3 different fucking shits that are doing it. And I'm like, and they go away. I'm like, I got my shit that's just boom, 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 boom. And it's one shit, it's taking forever, but it's gonna fucking hit. And why? Because I have that shit in my head, and I fucking imagine my shit, like, in places. I imagine it everywhere, and it's working. Like, I always imagine my shit, Be Real TV. Even for them to know your fucking weed company or brand, like, dog, you know how many motherfuckers are trying to have these fools know that brand? My shit's on their shows, like, been there. These fools know about my shit. Like, that was a dream of mine, and a manifestation of fucking imagining my shit on the fucking table, them talking about it, smoking it, and it's there. And that's what I tell people, like, dog, whatever the fuck you're trying to do, you just work at it. Imagine yourself doing it already. Like, if it's what you're already used to it, then that shit will happen.
I want everyone out there to close their eyes right now. And I want you to start manifesting yourself back here every Tuesday night on the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast, live on Twitch, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and everywhere else you want to go and check us out. Also, www.westcoastpoplockpodcast.com.
This fool just said www.
Damn.
Hey, I needed that shit to sink into this manifestation, bro. I needed that shit to sink into these fools every Tuesday night. Manifestate yourself, telling your homies, telling everybody the best coast is the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast.
Yeah, hell yeah. Make sure you guys watch the motherfucking West Coast Pop Locking Podcast. Best pop locking podcast on the motherfucking West Coast.
Let everybody know where we can find you, my friend, once again.
And you can find me at Holding It Down with 3 Plates on Instagram. Also, BZZT Official on Instagram and YouTube. look up 3 Plates Tommy or Holding It Down with 3 Plates Tommy.
What does BZZT stand for?
BZZT is short for Blaze It. Because the story behind that was I worked at a tattoo shop, and I was an apprentice right there and shop helper. And I would tell the artists, I would be like, hey, what's up? Blaze it. So they would be like, all right, we're going to take a break. And then they would tell their client, and the owner, he's like, hey, dog, you can't be telling these fools blaze it and then you guys take a break. So you guys got to come up with a code word or some other shit. And that's where we came up with bzz. Yeah, blaze it. So I would just walk by them sweeping, and I'd be like, bzz. Like nobody would know, and I would sweep, and then they'll be
somebody
like,
come in the back.
We're gonna take a break right now. Go ahead and fucking wash up, and I'll be back in 30 minutes.
I'm like, whose phone is vibrating?
Yeah, and they were like, hey. so yeah, and that's where bzz came from, short for blaze it. Yeah, so just bzz, get with the business.
Any code words in your shop?
No, we used to do if we were gonna eat Vicodin, it would be because Vicodin makes your nose itch. You know what I mean? So it'd be like, hey.
Yeah. Gloves off. Okay. We're gonna take
Couldn't that also
break.
mean cocaine though, or anything?
I mean, but for us, it was just because if we get the nose itches. Like,
okay.
Hey, my nose.
I thought the code would be like, hey, itchy nose.
Yeah, that's like, hey.
They're like, hey, dog.
Hell yeah. Well, hey. The code word is West Coast Pop Lock every Tuesday night.
WCPP.
Itchy nose. Don't forget.
Itchy nose.
Bzz, itchy nose. Bzz, itchy nose.
Oh yeah, thank you guys for having me.
The number one live show in the world, West Coast Pop Lock Podcast. Coming to you from Big Studios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores. Comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C. And Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop lock.